Alrighty, y'all. So, excuse my appearance today. I am going to be doing this video while I clean my girl's room. So, excuse some of the background noise. As you guys know, I am accustomed to doing my videos when I'm on the go. Me and my husband have our own business. We have a CPR business. I am a CPR instructor. I teach CPR, first aid, and CPR for healthcare providers. So the way we have our business set up is I travel throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth area Monday through Thursday, either testing people out on their CPR skills who have already completed the American Hearts online portion, or teaching a full BLS class at some of the locations. So, normally I go do that. Now, while the whole world is shut down, I'm here at home. So, I've got to come up with different ways, I guess, to do my videos. So, today is while my girls are eating in the other room. I'm in their room cleaning up. So, right now, while the whole world is shut down, I don't have shit to do. You know what I mean? Not a whole lot of BLS classes. It is currently the weekend. I normally don't work on Sundays anyways. But it's not really a whole lot planned for my week. I normally visit 2 to 3 locations every day. Last week I had 3 classes total. So it's definitely taking a toll on business. I think everybody's kind of panicking on that front right now, economically. Even if you're kind of skeptical about the virus itself. So, what I'm here to tell most of you guys is to try not to panic, first of all. And for the rest of you guys, welcome to our homeschool life. To all you new homeschoolers of America, welcome. We have been homeschooling for the last 3 years now, so this whole pandemic really didn't bring anything new on that front. We've been homeschooling our children. So for all you newbies, welcome to the homeschool world. It's not a whole lot to it. The main thing is to create a schedule that works for you. Along with being new to homeschooling, the parents that were allotted the opportunity, a lot of you are also working from home. So that's why I say come up with a schedule that works for you and everything that you've got going on during this time. If you were allotted the opportunity to work from home, set a schedule that works kind of around your schedule and what you need to do to keep money coming into the household, and then schedule the homeschooling stuff around that. All right. My boy's bedtime is midnight. I don't do a typical 8-9 o'clock bedtime like the rest of America, but my kids also don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and prepare for their day at school. So there's that. So they go to bed around midnight. They typically get up around 9-10 a.m., eat breakfast, do PT to get blood flowing and everything, and then the school day starts. Our typical school day, depending on if the boys cooperate and don't drag it out, can be anywhere from 4 hours to 6 hours. All right. Same like with your kids at school. They get recess, they get lunch, they get PE. So they get, downtime during the day when they're at school. That's not necessarily all learning. So if you eliminate all the fluff out of their school day, PE, library time, lunchtime, you come up with about 4 to 6 hours that they're actually learning at school. So set out a 4 to 6 hour block that you have time to work with your children. Of course, we don't do the whole 4 hours straight or 6 hours straight. They get a couple of breaks in there just to get up, get their blood circulating, and it helps to keep them focused a little easier. So try not to panic, new homeschoolers of America. Set a schedule that works better for you with you and your kiddos. Khan Academy is the platform that we've been using for the last 3 years, which helps with homeschooling. Whatever the topic is that you're working on, there are instructional videos that go along with each subject. And then there's practice material to understand, to make sure that they understand the material that they're learning through the instructional videos. There are quizzes and there are tests. And this platform keeps up with your child's progress, so to speak. For those of you who are not understanding some of the newer ways in math, especially that they are teaching, because it's no longer carry the one. Khan Academy teaches this new way of doing math. So you've got someone there that can explain it to your children in the way that they're learning it at school. For those of you that are frustrated and like, fuck that shit, I'm telling my kids to carry the one. All right, jump on khanacademy.org. It's KHAN academy.org. All right. It will be a lifesaver. I know a lot of the schools are saying that they're going to issue laptops to the students through their student ID numbers. They will be responsible for making sure it does not get damaged. They do have to turn this stuff back in, y'all. They're not just giving away shit. So they will be issued a laptop from the schools. A lot of the libraries have hotspots available. Children are able to check out a hotspot using their library card. So they're making sure that kids who don't necessarily have computers at home or internet at home are still having access to the materials so that they can keep up learning. All right. So there's that. But like I said, the Khan Academy will help especially with the instructional part, just to make sure that they have someone there that's kind of explaining it the way a teacher would. Create a schedule, use different platforms. A lot of the material is free online. Just Google worksheets, math worksheets, language arts worksheets, according to the grade that your child is in. All you got to do is click on it. If you don't have a printer at home, write that shit out. All right, let's stop being lazy, folks. That's what I did for the first year and a half that we did homeschooling. I would just get up every day before I got him up, choose the stuff that we were going to be working on that day, find the corresponding worksheets online, and I would write it out by hand. He had the videos to watch, and then I'd write the worksheets out on hand separate from Khan Academy, because we didn't have really good internet access where we were at that time. So I was just using the video portions of the Khan Academy to let him watch the videos, because it wasn't doing a real good job of keeping track of his work, because it would like log out in the middle of him doing some of the quizzes and stuff. So until we got better internet access, I did handwrite a lot of his worksheets from stuff that was available for free online just by doing Google searches. So there's that. Be nice to your babies. They have no clue what's going on, because a lot of us as adults have no clue what's going on. So how do we expect them to know what the heck and how to respond? A lot of our kids are responding to how we're reacting. If you're one of these people that's at the store going crazy, buying a basket full of toilet paper and fighting over it and doing the whole weird thing, your kids are probably going to respond pretty negatively to what's going on too. Keep a level head. And just try to love on your babies. Don't take this as a time to panic. Take this as time off, all right? These people can't evict everybody at once, so I wouldn't worry about rent so much right now. I heard a lot of utility companies are working with Americans that are unable to work during this time, which is pretty much everybody. So don't worry about your utilities so much. Use this as a time to get to know your children again. A lot of you who have been sending your children to school don't really know who the hell you got in your house, all right? They're with somebody else 8 hours of the day, and then they come home and they're awake a few hours. You usually shoo them outside. And then they come inside, they eat, and then they go to bed. So you've got like, what, 2-3 waking hours with your children on average before this whole pandemic hit. So take this opportunity to get to know your children. Take this opportunity to love on your children. Take this opportunity to teach your own children. Take this opportunity to teach your children better hygiene, washing their hands, showering regularly, how to shower, all right? So don't panic, America. Yes, it does seem to be getting worse. Yes, it is affecting the whole world. It's not so much looking like a flu anymore, even though it does have flu-like symptoms. It is more of a pneumonia, and which is why it is having such devastating effects. Everybody thinks it's a flu because these symptoms mimic the flu. And in the meantime, it's attacking your lungs, and your lungs are filling up with mucus. By the time you realize there's a problem, you're drowning, all right? And you go to the emergency room, and they've got to sedate you and pump your lungs and all kinds of stuff, and then get you on antibiotics, all kinds of stuff. So, um, don't panic. Practice good hygiene. Get your diet in check. Stay away from people. Um, I think that if we would just follow the guidelines that they're kind of setting in place and just sit the fuck down somewhere, that this shit would just get, run its course a whole lot quicker. But we've got a lot of people that are like, screw it, it's not as bad as they're saying it is. Just because it's not as bad as they're saying it is for you, doesn't mean that there aren't other people out there that it could easily affect. I myself have lupus, so I am one of the immunocompromised people in the community that should really be leery of this thing. But I've been practicing good hygiene. My diet is in check. I went med-free from my lupus about 11 years ago, and I haven't had any issues since, ever since I went holistic and really, really got my diet in check. So I suggest that a lot of you guys do the same. It works wonders, you know what I mean? At this point, it's kind of too little too late. If you've been eating fried chicken and McDonald's every day of your life, suddenly decide to eat some vegetables is not going to change your whole retrospect overnight. But you can start pushing your body in that direction, eating more fruits, more vegetables, less meat, less dairy. All right, so get your diet in check. Don't panic. Create a schedule and get online and find out how much free course material is available for your children while you have them at home during this pandemic. Other than that, I didn't have a whole lot to say. I just saw a whole lot of the funny memes going on and videos going on. Like, what do we do with our children? They're your children. Teach them, love them, and for God's sake, feed them. Yeah, they eat a lot, but uh, you'll find ways to get around that too. All right. And it mainly comes with schedule. If they have a bunch of free time on their hands, they get bored and they want to eat out of boredom. All right. Which is why they have such a strict schedule at school. Your kids get there. Um, a lot of kids get to school early enough to have breakfast, so they get to school, they have breakfast, and then they go right into time, and they fill their time up until lunchtime, all right? And then they feed them lunch, and then they fill their time up until it's time for them to be released. So you need to fill up some of your kids' free time. Feed them a really good breakfast so that they get full. Maybe have a snack, mainly fruit, before lunchtime. But after breakfast, get on their school day. Give them a break because kids need a break. You can't just expect them to sit down for 2 and 3 hours straight. So give them a break, give them some fruit, let them get their wigglies out, get back into your homeschool lesson until lunch. Generally after lunch, we do maybe an hour more of lessons, maybe 2. Like I said, really depending on how much they cooperate. These boys can really drag out of school day, let me tell you. But get after lunch, show them back in there, finish up their school day, and then by the time it's time for their next snack, they're done with school for the day. Let them unload, whether it's video games, reading, television, whatever you allow your kids to do in their free time. Give them free time. That gives you time to get dinner prepped, and then it's time for bed. All right, so don't panic, people. Welcome to the homeschooling era.